Aquaculture of sea scallops has been developing steadily in Maine for about 20 years. It offers new opportunities for former and existing commercial fishermen. It's also helping coastal communities in Maine become more resilient to impacts from climate change and loss of traditional fisheries opportunities.
Fishermen in our region are facing a number of challenges today. Aquaculture presents some really interesting opportunities to our commercial fishing industry, both the individual fishermen and the communities that depend upon commercial fishing.
We're seeing fishermen in Maine begin to diversify their operations by incorporating aquaculture. They are preparing themselves to be resilient to changes to their current fishing practices.
The reason I ended up scallop sea farming was back when my son was in high school. I was looking at what there was for opportunities. I grew up, from a fishing family, and when I got started, I had every opportunity in the world. This generation didn't have that opportunity. Right now, we're down to one fishery, and what we're trying to do here is create an option.
I got into scallop farming because I was trying to figure out a way to make a living from working on the water and from the water.
The Japanese have been farming sea scallops since the mid-1930s. It started out as a collection enhancement technique, and over the years they've really refined the technology into an aquaculture industry.
It's quite sustainable in the sense that shellfish aquaculture, there are no additives. You're providing a great place for the scallops to live, and you're just trying to keep them happy, and they filter the water that goes by. To introduce scallops to our farm, we collect wild spat, the larval scallop that are floating around in the ocean. We introduce scallop seed on the farm, say July and August, almost a year after putting out spat collector bags. We put the scallops in lantern nets, which are cylindrical condos. Then as the scallops grow through the summer into the fall, the stocking density needs to change. The scallops will stay in those nets through the winter till the following spring or summer. We decided to go with the ear hanging option for grow out because we see it as the most feasible for scaling up an operation. If you decrease the stocking density as the scallops get bigger and bigger, you need more and more lantern nets and therefore more and more space. So by using the dropper lines, you're able to increase the density on the farm. You're able to keep more scallops on a long line per foot.
With a farm scallop product, a grower can choose different sizes to go to market.
We sell to some of the finest chefs in the country.
Currently, we're selling scallops to some local restaurants as whole animals. We're also distributing scallops through a couple wholesalers in the state. We're also trying to explore a premium shuck product.
Maine's wild fisheries have become very focused on one resource, the lobster industry. And in an effort to help fishermen diversify income and not have all their eggs in one basket, aquaculture allows that opportunity.
In order for a waterfront to stay alive, you've got to be having something to sell. You got to be landing product. You got to bring new money into your community. And this does it.
A huge reason of why we picked scallops to farm over other species was the amount of support from interested parties. Organizations such as Coastal Enterprises, Inc. are supporting farms with knowledge and education, from acting as a hub, bringing different entities together.
A farm scallop is not meant to compete or displace wild fishery scallops. It's simply a different product offering.
With the support of many partners, the future of sea scallop farming in Maine is promising.
I wouldn't be doing this without the support of many, many people.